Entirely different problem. I need to unbind my build button with my talk button. Alright, we're good now. I can finally speak without having a wall put up in front of me. Anyways, this is the event tutorial live. If you're wondering why I'm doing this live, it is because it's very hard to explain what I'm trying to put through in a edited and uncut matter, or and a cut matter, because this is very difficult stuff. Devices in general are very difficult to work with, especially when they get changed every once in a while. It's always fun. Anyways, let's jump right into it. I said the funny line. So this is my sequencer right here. These are my music blocks. And these are my triggers. I lined them up so that it would look cool and sound cool, and it would be on par with the actual event. But these triggers actually mean something. We'll start with 1. By the way, don't tell anyone this, but I changed the system halfway through, so I'll give you guys the first system. This is my first canvas. This is basically my first scene of many, I went the wrong way, of many identical scenes, as you can see. They're the same exact thing, copy and pasted, with one little thing changed. In these, it's the rockets are slightly lower, but later on it might be the meteor is slightly lower, or the laser is slightly tilted. In real life, but in this it's called animation in general, because there's no other way to animate. For now, at least. Anyways, how do you do it? There is a rift, not on this scene. On this scene, there's a rift right here. Teleport to when receiving from 6. Sorry. Teleport to when receiving from 6. Keep in mind that number, it's 6. Up here, this is my damage zone. Disable when receiving from 6. On player entering zone, transmit on 6. That's a very important number, because that's the same number that teleported you to this teleporter right here. So when you enter this zone, you go to this teleporter. But what enables this zone in the first place? 5 does. Over here, you see 5 on the trigger list, and right up ahead is 7. You skip 6 because the teleporter is being used by 6. Goes to 7. Over here at 7, enable on 7, disable on 8. When entering, transmit on 8. The next scene, here's the teleporter. Teleport to when receiving from 8. Don't mind this number, it's to extend the animation because I ran out of triggers. Back when we didn't have 100 triggers, which is like a week ago, you had to just repeat them using damage zones or anything really to block the teleporters. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, on to the particles. The particles are the easier part. I talked about 1 earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all for the particles. Up here. These are the particles. There's a rift up here as well. Pretty simple. You just disable them on every phase, enable them on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's how I got the little rift effect. And this rift over here, not a particle at all. It looks like it though. These are actual just props. Copy and pasted them over. Once again, move the rocket down. For movement effects, which is flying up in the air or falling down or staying suspended in air, I changed this a couple times. It used to be an air vent. Now it's one of these blocks. You simply teleport the player on top of a movement device, either a what's it called, a jump pad, one of these things. There are a lot of options really for movement. For staying suspended in the air, there's a barrier over here It just stops you from falling down. With the moving upwards. And falling back down. Once again, the light beams, they move on their own. That's just kind of a given. I was very lucky to have that. That's basically how you do it. There's no really better way to explain that. Besides all getting rid of the stuttering, because I'm very insecure. But that's not part of the tutorial. Anyways, that's really it, honestly. I'm going to start up a different stream and we're just going to play stuff. We're just going to do things. So I will see you guys then.